Today we have some pretty exciting stuff to talk about. These are some things to add to your Leatherman to make them even a little bit cooler than they already are. Let's go ahead and talk first about the Leatherman Arc. Now in the past I have already showed you how Kristen Van Patten from his workshop, you can put a tweezer right there, fits in with magnets in the bottom on this side. Also you can get these thumb studs. Some of you had said, why would you ever put thumb studs on a file? It eliminates some of the working surface. That's true. Don't put it on the file. That's fine if you don't want it there, but he has made it for those who don't care. They would prefer to have that, make it easier to use. Again, he understands, we all understand that makes it a little bit less useful, but some people like that. Now, one of the things that is very cool is this little tool right here. This fits really nice with a little magnet there on the side of this plier. It fits in there, it doesn't really fall out. You can get it fairly easily out right there like so. Now with mine, my favorite version is actually the one with the writing pen. I like that. And then it has this straight pen in the back. So that's pretty cool as well. This straight pen comes out of the back right there. I don't think I even knew that before, but I've been looking at these a little bit more, realized, hey, there's an extra feature there I didn't know. The cool thing about this too is that these are, you can add, they're modular. So that's a really cool option. Now, I bought some of these. Kristen Van Patten sent me some of these. I can't remember which I bought, which he sold. So I will put that this is sort of a promotional video, even though I did pay for some of these on my own. There are several different colors that he is making these in. Again, you can see this magnet, you can see the pin right there out the back. Then this one right here actually has a ferro rod for the Leatherman Arc. Pretty cool right there. I like that these are modular. So the one that I don't have is a toothpick. You can get it in 4 different variants. You can get different inserts for this as well. This is the metal scribe. This is the ferro rod. This is the ink pen as well. Then all these do come with the straight pen that comes in the back. Now, the metal scribe, I don't really use that very much, so that's probably not something I'm going to add, but I do love that that's an option. Also, the toothpick, that's pretty cool that that's an option as well. So I definitely recommend going on his website. Now, these are so popular that he has about a 3 weeks waiting time. You can go on Etsy or on his website as well. I think he does recommend his website. It's a little bit easier, I think, to have everything in-house done. So kristenvanpatten.com, I think it is. You can go ahead, put in the Leatherman Arc on Google. When you put in kristenvanpatten.com as well, it will take you more directly to his webpage. So all those are really cool options. I love that there are so many options for the Leatherman Arc. Again, this right here, I guess, does make a little bit more sense maybe with the saw. Again, that could perhaps get in the way, but I actually like these on mine because I don't use the saw or the file very much, so I think that's pretty cool. A lot of options for the Leatherman Arc. Now we'll move on to the Leatherman Charge. So we've talked a little bit about the Leatherman Charge, also with Kristen Van Patten's mods. Well, the mod he did in the past was he actually added this spacer right here where the pocket clip usually goes. You can put a ferro rod in there. That makes it very nice for your Leatherman Charge to easily carry the ferro rod holder. Now, with the Leatherman Charge Titanium, this is one of my favorites from Leatherman, the Charge series. I really like it. What he's done is he has also added thumb studs for this, so you can find this on his website. Again, we've already talked about Kristen Van Patten, .com is where you can get these. So I put both of these thumb studs in, very easy to put in. They seem a little bit nicer than some other ones I've seen in the past. Very cool with those as well. Now, what's another thing that's new that he sent me is this spacer right here where it adds a pair of tweezers and a straight pin. So very cool option right here. You have this little bit of gap in the spacer. You can go ahead, put this pair of tweezer in, then you can also get out this straight pin as well. Now, how you do this mod, you take this apart. Again, this is the pivot, so the one side unscrews. I think usually where your pocket clip is, but you'll have to figure out on yours. It unscrews fairly easily. One side of these at least does. You don't have to take the whole thing out where your tools is, at least on mine. Then there's a metal spacer, something like this, that's normally on the other side of this titanium handle. You take that spacer out, you substitute it with the plastic one from Kristen Van Patten, then you put it in there, and that's basically what you do. I think he does add some washers in case you encounter something loose, but that's pretty much it. So it's not really that hard at all. You do have to have security Torx bits. I forget if they're T8s or T9s, something like that. You have to have 2 of them, 1 for each side, but it's not really that hard of a deal. It's a lot easier than some other things. And I think he does have some videos where he goes into it. Also, he does send fairly clear instruction. I always really appreciate his packaging as well. He really seems to go the extra mile. That means a lot. I really appreciate what he's doing for the multi-tool world. Again, especially with Shapeways sort of dying out and gone for the moment, it's really good that he is still up and running, that you can get his products. Let's go ahead, move on to the Leatherman Skeletool. So with the Leatherman Skeletool, one of the things that I like that Kristen Van Patten is doing, he has this little hammer made out of TPU. It's flexible enough that you can install this. How you install this is you essentially push this in, there's a notch, and he has this like a hard plastic, almost like a wire hard plastic thing that you can push in here. Then you cut off each sides and it anchors this in very firmly. So pretty cool. He has added new colors in the past. I think he basically had black, but there are different color options. There are different color options for, again, as I had mentioned with the Leatherman Arc, these as well. I think they come in blue, orange, different options as well. So there are new options for your Leatherman Skeletool. I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know, a lot of people are a huge fan of the Skeletool, but they like other options. Now, one of the cool things that he has that I actually don't have, I just saw it as I was making this video, is he has the ferro hammer. So what he did is he notched this out so you can actually run a ferro rod into this and store a ferro rod in the bottom. So that's pretty cool. Make sure to check that out. Interesting options. Again, as Leatherman comes out with different colors, different things for their tools, you can also get different colored accessories to match to, fix up your tool as well. All these are pretty cool. So again, big thanks to him for what he sent to the channel. These are a couple ideas. Let me know what you think. What are some other things you would love to see in your tool? Let me know in the comments below.